Dear students, happy morning. Welcome to the Geometry Box program. In this today's class, you are going to see the chapter of algebra. The very first topic in this algebra is solving the simultaneous linear equations. You studied in 9th standard about the linear equations, and two linear equations given, how to solve it. That concept only you learned in 9th standard. Now, three linear equations going to be given in the 10th standard, and you are asked to solve it. Now, let us see in detail about linear equation. Linear equation may be in two variables, for you three variables. In 9th standard you study linear equation in two variables. In 10th standard you are going to study in three variables. Let's see what is the linear equation in two variables. Any first degree equation containing two variables, namely x and y, is called a linear equation in two variables. Only the two variables will be used in the equation, x and y. So, it should be a first degree equation. That is, the power of x and power of y should be 1 always. So, the first degree equation containing two variables, x and y, is called a linear equation in two variables. Its general form should be ax plus by plus c equal to 0. Ax plus by plus c equal to 0, where at least any one of a comma b is non-zero. Either a or b should be a non-zero real number, but c can be 0 or cannot be 0. No condition for the c. And a comma b comma c belongs to the real number r. Some example for linear equation in two variables are 2x plus 3y minus 5 equal to 0. The 2x is like ax, the 3y is like by. Then the c is the constant term, is here in the example minus 5 equal to 0. See, the power of x and y is 1 only, therefore it is 2x plus 3y minus 5 equal to 0. Then x minus 2y equal to 0. See, constant term is missing. 3x plus 2 equal to 0. Why? Coefficient of y is missing, the b is missing. These are all called linear equation in two variables. Let's see what is the linear equation in three variables. It also should be a first degree equation, but containing three variables x, y and z. So, any first degree equation containing three variables x, y and z is called a linear equation in three variables. Shall we see the general form? It should be ax plus by plus cz plus d equal to 0, where at least any one of a, b and c is non-zero. Either a or b or c should be there. Remaining two even cannot be there in the equation. Don't bother about the d also. It can be there, it cannot be there. So, on a, b, c, d, all the four r should be a real number. Next, let's see some example. X plus 3y minus 2z equal to 5, or you can write minus 5 equal to 0. 2x minus z equal to 4, or you can say 2x minus z minus 4 equal to 0. X minus y plus z equal to 0. That's all. These are all called linear equation in three variables. Let's see now. A linear equation in two variables represent a straight line in xy plane. The geometrical meaning for that I am saying. A linear equation in two variables represents a straight line in the xy plane. In the xy plane means the plane should consist of x-axis and y-axis. In the same way, a linear equation in three variables represents a plane. It should be a plane. So, two variables linear equation, straight line. Three variables linear equation represent the plane. Let's see the diagram here. You see the x-axis and y-axis, and the straight line is ax plus by plus c equal to 0. It may or may not be cut the x and y axis. And one more example I showed you about the straight line, 2x minus y plus 5 equals 0. How the graph was drawn? See that. 2x plus minus y plus 5 equal to 0. Cut the x axis and y axis. So here how many variables used? Only two variables used, x and y. So it represents only the straight line in the xy plane. Then let's see about the three variables. It should represent a plane. You can see in the diagram. Ax plus by plus cz plus d equal to 0 is a plane. Now we look at that system of linear equation in three variables. We should have a general form a1x plus b1y plus c1z plus d1 equals 0. That is the first linear equation in three variable. And again second. So you can a2x plus b2y plus c2z plus d2 equals 0. In the place of a2, b2, c2, d2, some real numbers may come. Similarly, in the third one, a3x plus b3y plus c3z plus d3 equals 0. It is a system of linear equation in three variables general form. It should represent three planes. Each equation in the system represents a plane in three-dimensional space. And solution of the system of equation is precisely the point of intersection of the three planes. Where the three planes are intersecting, those three planes should intersect at only one point. That point of intersection is nothing but called the solution of the given three linear equations. Let's see a diagram. We will see three planes are there. All the three planes are intersecting at a point. I'll show which point that one. See that. So the point indicating in the diagram is a point of intersection of the three planes. Now let's see. A system of linear equation in three variables may have only one solution if the three planes intersect at only one point. So if the system of three linear equation will be given in three variables, so all the three equations represents three planes. Those three planes intersected at only one point. That system should have only one solutions. That you will look at the diagram there. Plane 1, plane 2 and plane 3 are shown in the diagram. And the red color point is the point of intersection of those three planes. So there is at only one point all the three planes intersect. So that is called one solution. So now you also have a very clear-cut idea about, after seeing the diagram, system of three linear equations represent three planes. All those three planes intersect at only one point. That point is the point of intersection of all those three planes. That intersection point is the solution of the system of linear equations. Let's see now. So that system may have infinitely many solutions if the planes intersect at infinite number of points. If the planes intersect at infinite number of points. How it is possible? Let's look at the diagram. See, only the two planes intersect, but intersect at a straight line. It means both the planes intersect at infinite number of points. In the straight line, there are many points. You cannot count it. But it is countably infinite. So that line is the point of intersection of those two planes. If the third plane also intersect, see the diagram, the plane 1, 2 and 3 intersect at infinite number of points. So those three system of linear equation should have infinitely many number of solutions. And you look at the third diagram also. Here I showed that the plane 2 and plane 3 are one and the same. lie on the same plane, both the planes are. And the first plane only intersecting. They are intersecting at a straight line. It means intersecting at many points, infinitely many number of points. So in this case also, the system of a linear equation should have infinite number of many solutions. Let's see now the third one is sometimes the system of linear equation of three variables may have no solution also. When it is possible, yes, if the three planes do not intersect at even a single point, or all those three planes are parallel to each other, in that case, the system of equation has no solution. See that? See the diagram I showed you. All the plane 1 and 2, then the third plane. Plane 1, plane 2 intersect. And plane 3 is there. You look at that, there is no point of intersection. But they are cutting each other. The first plane and the third plane, first plane and the second plane, but not all the three together. Therefore, there is no point of intersection, this system of three linear equation should not have a solution. So that the system has no solution. And see some other diagram also. In the second diagram, you see that the third plane is intersected by the first plane and the second plane. But first and second planes are parallel to each other. Therefore, all those three planes are not intersecting at one point or at many points. Therefore, it has no solution. Now see the third diagram. The plane 1, plane 2 and plane 3, all those three planes are parallel to each other. So they do not intersect. So that this system of linear equation has no solution. I gave you the three diagrams for understanding. Just I conclude that two equations and the three equations. Look at that. The two equations also having unique solution or three equations also having unique solution. Let's see the two equation means system of two linear equation means should have a straight line. Just in the diagram you see a straight line represented by the equation x plus y equal to 7. And again another equation or straight line you are seeing that is x minus y equal to 3. Both the straight line intersect at one point, that is 5 comma 2, you look at that. So having only one point of intersection, so it has one solution. And see the three equations? Three equation means again the three planes should intersect at only one point. So two equation means two straight lines should intersect at one point. Three equations, so three planes intersect at only one point. Then the system should have unique solution or only one solution. Let's see now the second one is infinite number of solutions for both the case. Two linear equations and the three linear equations. In that system, let's see. The system of two linear equations, infinite number of solution means one straight line have many point of contacts, infinite number of point of contacts with another straight line. Look at the diagram. First line, you see that red color line representing the straight line equation 2x minus y plus 1 equal to 0. Again you see the green color straight line lies on the same red color straight line. This equation is 4x minus 2y plus 2 equal to 0. So these two straight lines having many point of contact, infinite number of point of contact. So you should have infinite number of solution. Now you look at the second diagram. That is the three equations, three planes, which I discussed previously. 1, 2, 3, all the three planes intersect at one straight line, having point of contact with many number of points. And again, see that 2 and 3, both are lying on the same plane and intersecting the first plane. 2 and 3, one and the same plane, intersecting the only one plane. In that case also, infinite number of solutions. Look at the third one. Even sometimes all the three planes together lie on one another. In that case, the point of contact is so many, infinite number of points. So it should have infinite number of solution. Now let's see what is no solution for two equations and the three equations. Two equations. See that only one straight line. Red color one, you can see that representing the straight line. 3x plus 2y equal to 12. That's the equation of the straight line. Again, one more straight line, you will see that, the green one, 3x plus 2y equal to 6. Now, the green line and the red line both are parallel to each other. They never having the point of contact. They never intersect. Being there is no point of intersection, it should not have a solution. So, the two equations representing the two straight lines, being they are parallel to each other, they won't have any solution. Then let us see the three equations should have three planes, which I told previously, the same diagram. 1, 2, 3, 3 planes won't intersect each, all the three. So, no point of intersection. And again, the first plane and the second plane are parallel with the intersecting the third one. And another case, 2 and 3 are lie on one another. The first plane is parallel. In that case also, no point of intersection. And see the fourth one, all those three planes are parallel to each other. So, in the fourth diagram, you see that there is no point of intersection for the three equations. So, the system has no solution. So, when a system of equation is given, either it's a two equations or a three equations containing two variables or containing three variables, it should have the first one unique solution, that is only one solution. The second one, infinite number of solutions, many number of solutions. The third one, no solutions. If the system of equation have solution, then you can say that those system of equations are consistent, whether it's a two equations or three equations. If they have solution, either unique solution or infinite number of solutions, that system is called consistent. If the system doesn't have a solution, no solution, that system is called inconsistent. Consistent, inconsistent. So, we are going to discuss when the three system of equation is given to you, whether the system has only one solution or infinite number of solutions or no solutions, and some applied problems we are going to see. Let us see now. While solving the system of linear equation in three variables, if you obtain a false equation such as 0 equal to 1 or 0 equal to minus 1, this is a contradiction for you. 0 never be equal to 1. But if we get in one step 0 equal to 1, that's called false equation. In any of the steps, then the system has no solution, definitely. While you are solving the equations, in any stage, if you get 0 equal to 1, you can definitely say that the system has no solution. If you do not obtain such a false solution, but you obtain an identity such as 0 equal to 0, then you can say the system has infinitely many number of solutions. These two ideas only we are going to use while doing our problems. So, keep in mind, at any stage, if you get the false equation 0 equal to 1, you can say the system has no solution. If we do not obtain a false solution, if we get the identity like 0 equal to 0, you can say the system has infinitely many solutions. That's all in your 10th standard idea. Let's go for a simple question, 2 mark questions. Example 3.2, just two equations which is given you in the 9th standard. 2x minus 3y equal to 6 and x plus y equal to 1. They are asking you to solve this. you have to use a elimination method. You look at that 2x minus 3y equals 0 is taken as the first equation, and x plus y equal to 1 you have to take it as the second equation. Okay? Now you see that what we have to do, we have to cancel either any one variable, either x or y. What can be done? So I'll give you one suggestion. So equation 2 let us take. That is x plus y equal to 1. Multiply the equation 2 by 3. If you multiply the equation 2 by 3, what would happen? That is x plus y equal to 1. Multiply that x by 3, so it becomes 3x. Plus multiply the y by 3, so it is also 3y. After the equal sign, you are seeing the number 1. That 1 we have to multiply by 3. So 3 into 1 is 3. So that it becomes the equation 3. So 3x plus 3y equal to 3, take it as equation 3. Now what you have to do, write the first equation now, below the third equation. So 2x minus 3y equal to 6 is written below the third equation 3. Then what we have to do, you see the 3y and the minus 3y there. In the third equation you see the 3y. In the first equation you see the minus 3y. So now by adding them, the plus 3y and minus 3y can be cancelled. So the variable y cancelled, and also you may get the value of x automatically. That is the idea. Okay, so what we have to do? We should add the third equation and the first equation. So what would happen? That 3x plus 2x become 5x, and 3y and minus 3y cancelled. So only we have now 3x and 2x. So by adding them, you can get the 5x. After the equal sign, 3 and 6 are there. By adding them, you would get the 9. So now it is easy for you to get the value of x. What we have to do? 5x, 5 into x. Let us take the 5 to the right side. So it becomes 9 by 5. Actually, we are dividing both sides by 5. We are not taking the 5 to the right side. That's only for the students concerned it was told. But actual concept is we are dividing by 5 on both the sides. So that 5 and 5 will be cancelled on the left side, and right side you will have 9 by 5. This is the mathematical concept. So for the benefit of the students, easy understanding, it was said that the 5 is taken to the right side, it should be in the denominator. That is actually a wrong thing. Okay, so now, but anyhow you learned like this, so I have to say the same idea also to you. So x is equal to 9 by 5. So we got the value of x now. We want to find the y value, no? So what do we have to do? We should substitute the x is equal to 9 by 5 in the equation 2. Or even you can substitute it in the equation 1. Which equation you feel so convenient to you, you select that equation only. It depends upon the students. So just I can give a suggestion, substituting the x value in the first equation, being x coefficient is 1, y coefficient is 1, it looks like simple. So let us substitute there, substituting x equal to 9 by 5 in the equation 2, we get. So you look at the equation 2, x plus y, so replace the x by 9 by 5 there, and then plus y equal to 1. Now what we have to do, actually the mathematical concept is, you have to subtract 9 by 5 on both the sides. So that in the right side you will get minus 9 by 5. But it was told to you, the 9 by 5 is taken to the right side. So when we take the number to the right side, the sign will be changed. It's a simple idea for the understanding purpose only, it was told by the teachers. But actual concept is, you are subtracting minus 9 by 5 on both the sides. Okay, as you learned previously, that 9 by 5 is taken to the right side, so I have to follow that. So let us take y equal to 1 minus 9 by 5. Now you know how to simplify the 1 minus 9 by 5. 1 is a whole number, 9 by 5 is an improper fraction. You know how to simplify it, you learned in even the lower classes. So 5 into 1 become 5 minus 9 divided by 5. That 5 minus 9 is minus 4. So you got it is minus 4 by 5. That is the value of y. So, value of x is 9 by 5, value of y is minus 4 by 5. That becomes the solution. So, x equal to 9 by 5 and y equal to minus 4 by 5, that becomes the solution. Okay? So, when we draw these straight lines in a graph, you will definitely see that both the straight line intersect at single point. That point is 9 by 5 comma minus 4 by 5. That is the geometrical meaning. So, the point of intersection, the x coordinate and y coordinate, nothing but the solution of the given two equations. So, in 10th standard, yes, equations will be given as a system. 2 equations, 3 equations. For you in 10th standard, only 3 equations. So, you have to solve them and get the point of intersection. It may have only one solution or infinite number of solutions or no solutions. I hope so. You get a clear-cut idea about simultaneous linear equation in the first class. Let's continue. Let's see more number of problems and applied problems in the next episode. Thank you. God bless you.